My wife wants me to cut contact with my girl best friend after the birthday gift she gave me. Am I wrong for telling my wife no?
What birthday gift she gave you? Birthday sex or what? Then in that case, that'd be normal, I think.
I thought you meant birthday
Normal
sex
to cut
was
them off.
normal. Oh, okay. Understood. Cutting them off was normal. Gotcha. I was confused for a second. I was like, yo.
Sounds like, did we pivot our content? I don't understand.
I was like,
Wait a minute.
A white ring wink grifter immediately. We skipped the whole holistic health phase and went straight to the
red pill.
right wing. That's hard for me to even say, right?
It is hard, yeah.
I'll say this. Maybe I'll go optimist view. This was maybe a sentimental gift.
Okay.
But also, it could get into, How I Met Your Mother territory where Ted fucking gets a locket or some shit as Robin's wedding gift to Barney. Ulterior motive. So yeah, I'll be like John. I can't be an optimist for too long. I think you should probably cut off.
It's a sentimental plaster of their butthole.
Whoa.
We're starting off hot this episode. Yeah.
All right. So my wife and I have been married for 5 years and together for 10. Growing up, I was really close friends with my best friend Emma, as she was also my next door neighbor. We did a lot of things together and we were pretty much like adopted siblings. We maintained our friendship throughout adulthood, and Emma was even the best woman at my wedding. My wife and Emma are also friends. They're not super close, but they get along well. A few months ago, my mom showed me a picture from childhood that she took of me and Emma. Emma and I were kids in the pic. That was honestly the cutest pic I have ever seen, because in the pic, I was showing Emma the stars in the night sky and pointing towards it. And Emma was just laying on the ground and smiling and looking at me. I showed both my wife and Emma the pic, and they both agreed it was cute. My birthday was yesterday, and we had a small party where we invited some friends from our friend group. When I unwrapped Emma's gift, it was a framed picture of that childhood photo of me and her. Emma told me she made a frame pic for herself too and hung it on her wall. Everyone thought it was a really cool gift. However, when I spoke to my wife later that night, she told me to cut contact with Emma because she thought it was a really inappropriate gift. I was shocked and asked my wife why, because it was the pic of 2 kids playing on the grass. 2 kids who are like siblings. I told my wife I wasn't going to cut contact with Emma and that maybe she was drunk and needed to cool off. I spoke to my wife this morning and she said she did overreact last night, but she still thinks it's an inappropriate gift with romantic connotations, especially given that Emma had hung up the same portrait on her wall. I told my wife there's nothing inappropriate about this gift. It just signifies the close friendship and sibling-like bond of 2 people. So that is the story, but there are some relevant details in the comments, so I'll get to them first.
Okay.
A commenter asked, how close are you on an emotional level, and is there emotional space for you and your wife? OP responded, Emma and I have always been really close. Most of our core memories from childhood and teenage years are with each other. But of course, there's space for my wife on an emotional level. My wife is my romantic partner. It's totally a different type of relationship from Emma. Emma and I have a sibling-like relationship. And then a commenter followed up with, have you ever hooked up with her or kissed her or anything? OP said, no, of course not. We never had romantic feelings for each other. We were physically close in the sense that we used to cuddle, give back rubs, fall asleep together, etc. But that was before I met my wife. So am I the asshole?
No.
Nah.
Your wife seems very insecure about your relationship, which is kind of weird to me because you've explained it time and time again. And it seems like your mom also knows that you guys have had a platonic / sibling relationship ever since you guys were little. What I would do, and I would just keep, if I was OP in their shoes, I would keep reassuring my partner and be like, hey, I don't know how many times I have to tell you 1,000 times, like, we only have a platonic relationship. We only have a sibling-like relationship. You might have to do the groundwork of keep reassuring your partner with that. But if they don't budge and if they really insist that, hey, there's just something icky about this, I would suggest some sort of a counseling session. Just be like, hey, get help from a professional, a therapist or something, and kind of see like why your wife is feeling some type of way about it. But right now, you're not an asshole. I think you're just preserving a lifelong friendship and a lifelong bond with someone you treat as your sister.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. Like, if one of my guys gave me a childhood photo of us and framed it, I'd be like, "That's sick." I mean, I don't personally hang like photos on the wall, so I don't know if I'd do all that. But I'd be like, "That's a cool gift." I wouldn't be like, "I think he's trying to fuck me." So I think maybe like what John said, you just need to keep, reiterating to your wife like the kind of relationship y'all have. Like, you chose your wife. Emily was your best. What is it? Is it still best
They're
man?
like best friends and even best, technically kind of like their version of best men in the
Yeah,
way.
it was their best man. She was their best man at the wedding. So it's kind of just like, I guess just constantly remind her, but also if she's uncomfortable with it, I mean, that's up to you between if you want to. I would say like what John said, probably therapy is probably the best. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like, and she already agreed that she overreacted. So I think that's kind of a non-starter.
I don't see the inappropriateness in the gift.
Okay, so
oh yeah, she did say it was still inappropriate. Yeah, I don't think so.
So I was on your side until that last comment where he said we used to cuddle, give back rubs, fall asleep together. That gives me a flag that there might be either he's leaving things out of the rest of the post and not truly explaining the relationship. Because otherwise, to me, it seems like, yeah, the wife is overreacting, but it appears there could be reasons as to why. And maybe he needs to potentially reevaluate the friendship and just see if it could be perceived
If
as
he has some sort of
inappropriate.
feelings.
Yeah, or if she does potentially.
Okay.
Because that's where most of the comments were at. They were like, they said yes after reading the cuddling and back rubs part. To being an asshole, but with the stipulation that he should reevaluate his friendship, not necessarily in cutting it off, but just take an honest look at it and see, could this be perceived any other way? Does she have feelings for me? You know what I mean? Like, and then have an honest discussion with your wife.
I think it'd be weird if he like still gave her back rubs.
Yeah, and that's the thing that kind of
teenagers giving each other back rubs is, and it sounds like they,
maybe.
Yeah, ever since before, like
up.
they've seen like they've been, the couple has been married for a long time, and OP did say that everything happened prior to me meeting, my current wife. So I think, I don't know. To me, that's just a young
I guess if they
thing.
fully dated or if they hooked up one night, it'd be completely different. But I don't know. It seems pretty innocent.
Yeah, listen, I have a sibling. I've never given them back rubs or cuddled with them. So that's where I'm like, that maybe there is something he's leaving out. And I'm not saying 100%. I don't know either way. I'm just saying,
You don't cuddle your boys?
No,
John,
I
you
don't,
cuddle your boys?
unfortunately.
I would.
I'm
Shit.
neither here nor there with it.
I would down a paddle with you guys all day, every day. I don't give a fuck, bro.
I'm not saying there's anything necessarily wrong with it. I'm just saying take an honest look at it and really evaluate whether this could be something maybe he's just oblivious to. You know what I mean? Like there is that possibility. But there is also the possibility that the wife is potentially overreacting to a gift between friends who are basically siblings. You know what I mean? So I leave room open for either one.
For sure. I think that would all get cleared up if they do what John said, which is pretty much just get therapy or just get like a third party that could, I don't know.
I agree with therapy. I even agree with just sitting down and having an honest discussion with your wife about where
that should be the first.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah.
About where she feels like this has crossed the line. And then you can reevaluate from there. And then if she does bring up valid reasons, then I don't know. I think that's up to you to reevaluate your friendship with her.
It's up to you at that point. If she gives valid reasons, then that's your wife, brother.
Yeah, I agree. So I don't know. I kind of sat on the fence on that one, but I can't tell 100%. I need more info. I'll go with that.
I'm gonna still go with full no.
Yeah, I'm staying with full no. Let me surface level information we've got.
That's fair. Yeah.
Also, I don't know if it's I've definitely given my boys back rubs before. Not in a romantic way.
Maybe fair.
But like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, dude, can you get this knot out? And I guess we're all dancers. I imagine athletes are the same thing. I don't know. I wasn't like, yeah, let me oil you up, brother. I was just elbow to the back. I don't know.
That shit sounds good right now, to be honest.
Did I ever cuddle them? I will say even though I joked about it, never cuddled the boys. But boys, if you're listening, it's not enough.
Again, I'm telling you that without a paddle scene, baby.
Get therapy.